Hey guys, Multimedia 7 here to do a dream catcher message and a tarot land message. This message was made on July 10th, 2024 at 3:06 a.m. at 23%. Revised today at July 24th, 2024 at 9:21 a.m. at 34%. The tarot reader and correlation and relevancy to this message is water star vibes. Something about eating, highly significant. The reference Fifi for fire intuition, the tarot reader. But my intuition told me it wasn't important enough. No shade. A particular reader online, but she did not read tarot. She did intuitive messages. I've been trying to find this person, understand that the analytics of YouTube does not want me to find this person. Water Star Vibes and Fire Intuition took the aesthetics of this particular intuitive reader and made it their own. There's nothing wrong with inspiration, but I would be a fool, Aries placement, to not recognize the huge coincidence of these two particular readers using this person's aesthetics and ideas on their own tarot videos, such as hiding another reader's information and messages to the general public. Luck and fortune ×2, social status and career, value ×5, feminine protection ×4, communication manifest ×3, God ×2, occult, angel money ×2, philosophy gifts, and God's intuition. There's one and only God. Reasoning for God ×2 means one of two things, if not both. Somebody believes in God, somebody doesn't believe in God. Or they believe in something else as a God. Then the other relevancy could be that God coming 2 times hard. Not only the spiritual, but in the physical. The channel messages reads, first and foremost, the MSS June 2024 air sign reading message from this year is highly significant. Date of May 10th, September 21st, highly significant. Past, present, or future reference. 3 people involved. Something about the month of February. Something about the time frame of 2 months. Something about the phrase a stubborn Leo. The phrase lean. Trees. Grow. Tasty food. Art. A brand idea. Music. Merch. A prophecy. Something about a date night. Storm. A foreign delicacy such as goat or snail. Something about the place of Georgia. Something about the place of Vermont. Something about the place of Maryland. Something about the word heritage. And 2 names. One Anna and one Wong. In the Dreamcatcher message, I will tell you guys about 2 dreams I had. In the first dream, it wasn't per se a dream, but something as a vision. Sitting and looking down, someone came from a dark door, my domain. You know how they say standing on business? I was sitting on business. It was something that had to do about my beauty. The person who came in the door was a Pisces placement, but it was a man. Pisces man looked like one of my ex-lovers, my exes, and the person came in the door looking scared, looking shook, while looking up at my beauty. I looked at the person, not that I was mad or anything, but looked at them maybe with disappointment, mythological reference of Medusa. If there's somebody else in relevancy to that, I don't really follow that. I've been hearing this particular phrase this week, if looks could kill. It was brought to my attention that something about beauty spells were being casted. In my prayer and talk to God about that, and it's handled. Amen. But the thing about the Pisces placement ex-lover, now you know lovers in astrology is related to Gemini placement. Gemini is related to beauty, right? The Pisces placement came in the door looking like an ex-lover. That doesn't always mean just because I see him as a man that they're not a woman. Because if it could be a man, but because It's a Pisces placement. That means that is somebody that believes themselves to be a psychic. So there could have been a psychic doing beauty spells. And the other indication of this was that when the person came through the dark door, Scorpio reference, them being a Pisces, they fell before they can even reach me. They can't even get to where I was at. A brown hole appeared underneath their foot and swallowed them up like quicksand. It wasn't sand, so that made me think of an earth placement, possibly towards Virgo Capricorn in regards to root work. Another dream. This dream was more recent. The dream I had less than a year ago was where I looked up in a dark area, dark room per se, and there was a closet coming from a bedroom of a parental figure of mine, which is a Gemini placement as well. The face of this person was coming from the ceiling of a closet. The actual real life, this particular bedroom has suitcases on top of it at the ceiling. With that has something to do with travel, maybe physical travel, a Sagittarius placement, or some sort of lucid dreaming or astral projection. This person's body was shown as a man, but the face was hidden in a white square box. I have seen this relevancy in many dreams before. As the person descended from the closet, from the ceiling, so did the box on their head, and they came down slowly. Watching from a third person point of view, where I watched the person descend down from the closet. On my community board post, whatever, about Aaliyah, and you know Aaliyah was married to R. Kelly, who's also a Capricorn placement, and made a song or production called Trapped in the Closet. It could be something about sexuality. Now, when this person finally descended from the closet, lower level or regular plane, a woman with curly hair, Spanish, Latino descent, came and took the man by the hand to a white vehicle. Where she had the car, there was like an intersection, and it was a street. The left side where the closet was and the car was, it was at a corner. There was a corner going like a U-turn back to behind the closet, but then there was a straight path. Across the street, there was a school on the right side. Time placement, and the Latino woman got into the white car, they drove straight. Indication that the woman may be straight, and there's something about sex magic or sensual intercourse, but the man himself is not entirely straight, may be bisexual or hiding his sexual identity. Once I seen them drive off, I went to the right where the high school was, where I was greeted by a former classmate in real life named Ann. That particular person in real life is a model and is of African descent. I'm Millie Rock on any block, and something about the name Nicole. And when I went to the school, I believe I did a Dreamcatcher message about it. You can go look into it. But a whole bunch of girls in the school, leaving class, skipping school to go out into the hallway, disregarding the security guards, somewhat hiding from them. Could also be another Sagittarius placement of travel, and they were in something that could have looked like a crossroads or an alley, and they were doing some sort of ritual. Two story time. I've been to Maryland before for a family trip, vacation, and business. It was when I was an adolescent. The Gemini placement father figure went to, he had to bring some sort of sacrificial animals for some sort of ritual at this business party. While sitting in the back seat with my two other siblings, Aquarius and Leo placements, there were 3 animals back to back of our seat as we took this road trip, and they were chickens. Something about a money ritual. Maybe 2 months ago, I was invited out to go to a pub, a lounge with some colleagues of mine. I took an Uber there and I took a shared ride. When I got on the ride, there was a woman already in there. She was going to her workplace, which was Wawas to the travel. Something about birds, and the logo and emblem on the Wawas is a red bird. Conversation with these people was really good. However, that was very surprising. It was a Caucasian man. Intellectual dialogue, and proceeds to tell me that he's a published author. I'm here, martyr. Tell me that he's a published author. It was a confirmation from God for me, because of me being a published author and getting my books and of knowledge to the general public. And he then gave me a specific author to go look at. Now, I don't remember who the author was, but I do remember while being in the car looking up this author, and I immediately had to delete it out my feed. Be going on and on about how much he loved this book and how he likes the person, and they're really good at what they do. And I'm pretty sure the person did make a really good book, because it was on the best-selling authors list, and I think it was even recommended by Oprah. It was the book that he referred to me to read, the cover, and I read a little bit about the description of what was it about. The cover of the book had a black woman or man's hands chained like some sort of captivity, kind of talking about the enslavement of their minds, African Americans. I was kind of disturbed by that, so I was just like, whatever. Went into the pub, just network. I didn't get a specific message in time that they were about to leave. If I didn't get there on time, they would have ditched me. It's God's time, and he wanted me to see what I wanted to see. It was 2 men and 1 woman. The one guy was kind of being rude to me, and while the other guy was more inviting. He was speaking to me, but I wasn't really paying attention, because I noticed even if I wanted to sit down at the bar with them, there was no available seating. And I didn't take offense to that, because while he was talking to me, asking me if I wanted a drink, behind him I saw a group of Caucasian people, male and females, and they were all having a good time and discussing things in the seats, which would have been nice to be available so I could sit down. To the left of me at the time. At the right of me, I saw an open table, nobody sitting there, but across from that table, it was a whole bunch of different diverse groups of people, family members, and they were all sitting down enjoying a nice meal together. So I decided to sit across from them. That was just like a visual depiction of something going on in business outside of me. Some group work that was being done, something about a binding spell, and a return to sender sent by God. Because after that experience, not too long after that, something had happened. I disregarded it. I left it in God's hands. Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel. One particular day, I decided I wanted to cook a meal I never cooked before. It's called legume. It's a Haitian delicacy. At the exact moment I started to cook this meal, out of nowhere on a nice sunny day, rain, thunder, and really crazy winds just started to happen outside. So much so that trees was knocked down in front of my home. Minorities that live across the street from my home, which are Haitian, their house was just torn apart, meaning that some sort of voodoo was done. And the place where the tree landed is where one of my colleagues had dropped me off at home not too long ago. That is the message. Psalm 91. Be blessed.